Welcome back to Collinwood as we are now getting ready for the big boys. We call them the Bantamweight division, ages 12-14, all-star action. And again, when you're looking at this age group, John Good, this are players that we may not see next year as they'll move on to the high school scene.
That's correct, Tim. All these players, most of them will graduate to the high school scene, and they'll be productive in their careers in the high school era as well. We've been watching them since they were 6 years old, Tim, most of them, and it's been fun to watch them grow, not only as players, but students as well.
Well, we just got done watching the Pee-wees, and they put on quite a show for their all-star game. This will round up our all-star season with the Bantamweights. But obviously, John, when you look at these players, they're going to deal with some special rules with the all-stars. Let's talk about those.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Tim, ages 12 to 14, the freshman football players are not allowed to play in the Cleveland Community Football League. National Federation of Ohio high school rules is in effect. 8-minute quarters, a regulation clock, 4 timeouts per game per team, and the mandatory play rule in the all-star game, 11 different offensive players and 11 different defensive players. They switch roles after the first quarter. The second half is coach's decision on how they want to substitute. There's no blitzing. There's no kickoffs. The defensive line may have no more than 5 players on the line, and punts are allowed. So if they decide to punt, they can only rush from the outside of the tackles, and only 2 players can rush at that. The offensive line may not go downfield till the ball is punted. The scoring is conventional. Touchdown is 6 points. Safety is 2 points. And the ball is punted from the 20-yard line if they want to advance on the punt. Extra points are kicked is 2 points, and run or pass into the end zone is a 1 point. So that's your scoring, that's your rules. Let's get ready to get it on.
So as you can see, they had the coin toss at midfield. Carl Brown, who's signaling it's been deferred, and the American team, which will be in the blue, they will be the visiting team. The national in the white will be the home team. And again, the veteran crew of officials, we'll talk about them. Carl Brown is our head referee, 33 years as an official, a 1973 graduate. There he is. From Glenville High School. He's retired from NASA. Assisting him will be the head linesman, Bruce Hill. And again, Bruce Hill, 33 years as a referee. He broke in with Carl. He's a 1977 graduate. There you see the young man. He was our head referee last for the Pee-wee game earlier today. And he was a graduate of Hawken. He's retired as a probation officer. And Barry Wilson, just in there with the orange whistle. He's our line judge. 27 years as a referee, a 1984 graduate of Shaw High School, and he works at Nassau. So again, a veteran crew of officials. They're all volunteering today. This is part of the Give Back Day by everybody that's involved with the league. And again, John, they've only had about 3 practices, so it could be interesting on what we're going to see right off the bat.
Yeah, Tim, it will be interesting. Like you mentioned, 3 practices for these 2 groups. And what the coaches like to do is just keep it simple. Give them things that they're familiar with. Keep the assignments, like I said, simple. And they just want to execute. It's going to be interesting here today, too, Tim. I'm taking a look at these rosters. The top 9 scorers in the league are playing in this game. So we might be in for a track meet today, depending on how well the defenses can step up and rally and play together.
And at halftime, folks, today we will have an interview with one of our major sponsors from Neon. Also, John Good will have a very special guest, our league director, Jason Dunn, to take a look back at the 2019 season, how it went, and they'll have a chance to chat a little bit at halftime. Just to give you an idea, folks, game time temperature, they're saying it's 53, but it feels more like 47 degrees. We got a wind chill of 23 miles per hour. So the wind definitely could play a role here today. Again, this is Collinwood Athletic Complex, and you're looking at the 2019. That is our American All-Stars in the Bantam division. And again, this will be their final Muni football game of the season.
You know, Tim, I want to take the time to thank all the coaches on this level for their volunteer time for this year in the Bantam division. It can be a challenge to get these young men to practice, get them all on the same page with all the social media and all the shows on TV and the distractions that can tempt these young men. But these coaches do a very good job of getting them all focused to love each other, develop teamwork, and come out here and work hard together. And this is the reward that they get from the fruits of their labor. They've been out here since the beginning of June. So they've been working hard all summer, and it was a hot one. And not only do you get picked in this all-star game to play on your physical ability and your performance on the field, but your academics as well. And as I look up and down this roster, it's peppered with honor roll students, merit roll students, also students that play other sports, and it's good.
44. There's a number change here, John. Isaiah Allen is 71 now.
Okay, we're getting started.
71. Okay, first down and 10, 8 minutes on the clock. We are underway, and they're going to immediately go to the air.
Oh!
And
First play of the game. First play of the game.
Wow. Well, we know which way the wind is blowing on this day. That's called a little bit of that luck, you guess you call it.
Yeah, that was a great job right there by the quarterback, number 4, as he rolls out to his right, which looks like it's his strong side, Marquise Hall of the Westside Wolverines. Ball is tipped, but number 12 kept his eye on it. Jamarian Banks of the Westside Wolverines. They've hooked up quite a bit, I'm sure, this season. And he was able to take it to the house.
And again, the young man throwing that touchdown pass, Marquise Hall, he tied with the #1 spot in the league. He threw 6 touchdowns during the regular season. So not a surprise at all.
All to shore.
That was beautiful execution, Tim, even though the defender tried to get his hands on the ball, tipped it, and just landed right into the hands of.
So we'll go for the extra point. They're going to sneak to the outside, and it's good by number 52 on the run. That's Julius Robinson. There's some happy guys early in the game, and we'll take a look at this touchdown right here, John.
Yeah, just a good job by the quarterback. Didn't quite have his feet underneath him when he threw the ball, but I wonder if that's who he was really going to. The ball was tipped by his own player, right into the arms of number 17, right there, excuse me, number 12. It's a good job of concentration. Those balls are a lot tougher to catch than people think. Jamarian Banks showing his skill set and bringing it in. As Joe Wise announces to the crowd exactly who that was who caught the touchdown pass. He's an honor roll student and a basketball player. He wants to grow up to be an NFL player, and he keeps doing that. He'll make it. And Cam Newton is his favorite player. So that gives the offense of the American All-Stars a lot of confidence as they flip sides, and now they'll be on defense.
So first and 10, they're on the 35. The Nationals will have their first crack at it. And if this is any indication, we might have a little bit of an offensive show today.
Yeah, I predicted that. With all these scores in the game, Tim, that's likely to happen.
Going to run behind that left tackle.
Wow.
Still running hard.
Yeah, that's number 7 right there from the Glenville, representing Glenville, DeShante Fountain. who had an excellent championship game showing a couple weeks ago. And he's just driving those legs, just keep his feet moving, and he's a load to bring down. He's one that we really look forward to watching play in the future.
2nd down and 4.
There's a sprinter.
Outside, he's got a lane.
There's a sprinter.
And he's knocked out of bounds by John Solomon from the Gunning Park Gators.
Well, there's another one of those weapons from Glenville. Gets the ball on the sweep. Bryce West, who's also a track star. Got the ball in the wrong hand, but you got to catch him too. So Bryce doing a very good job of eating up yardage, and I love to watch him run, Tim. That stride is just so beautiful and so natural.
So 1st down and 10. John, this is the first thing I noticed, and we've talked about this with all the All-Star games we've had. We've always said that the defense should be a little bit ahead of the offense, but they're not showing it today in the cold weather.
Nope, no. In the previous games, we've had some defensive struggles, but not in this one. These guys can hit the hole quick, and they can go the distance in the blink of an eye. And the defense is going to have to be aware of where they are at all times.
So we're going to go in the huddle here to the National All-Stars and hear what their head coach, Jamal Sani, has to say.
Ref, they say they blitzing. It's no blitzing.
I'll let Carl know.
All right, thanks, Ref.
The ball. Hey, the ball.
But they don't got enough players. Listen. Eric, you ready? We're going to go 32 count. All right? Stack 32 count.
This touchdown, E. This touchdown, E.
32 counter, man.
Hey, man, run, boy. Quit playing around.
All right? Let's go, man. We're going to stand in the stack club, man.
Do not stop driving. Do not
All
stop
right, go ahead.
driving.
Go ahead. It's on y'all.
Stay on your block. Stay on your block.
Well, John, what I interpreted there, you talked more about the blocks.
Yeah, because he knows that he has guys that can carry this football, Tim. You know, he's got those weapons from the Panthers, Bryce West and his crew, and it's going to be an interesting game. I wouldn't be surprised if we had 30-plus points on from both teams.
And you noticed that right away he mentioned to the official that they're blitzing and they're not allowed to. So again, they'll be watching for it.
Oh, he took the ball from him.
Took it away from him,
Yes.
number 44.
Wow.
John Solomon from the Gunning Park Gators.
Yeah, that was an excellent defensive play right there. He was actually playing catch-up, Tim, and his hand slipped down to the football and he took it from him. Let's see if his knee is down before he gives up the football. We can see right here, and the ball is out before his knee hits the ground.
Absolutely.
Just a good job there by Solomon. Right there, tackling the football. That's what coaches call it, collegiate level, and in the NFL, tackling that football, giving your offense a chance.
So 1st down and 10. Turnover to the Nationals. American in blue. They lead 7-0. We are just underway at Collinwood Athletic Field. Quarterback keeper. And a big run, and he's going to give them 9. He'll be short, so it'll be 2nd and 1. And brought down by number 28, Kaleon Ravenel.
Marquise Hall, who threw that touchdown pass on the first play of the game, showing his running ability right there on that last play. Again, like Tim said, he was tied for the league in passing, but he was 2nd in the league in scoring at 61 points. So you got to keep your eye on him in the air and on the ground. It's kind of unusual to see a number 52 in the backfield, Tim.
Hey, come on. You got 12, coach. Where you go?
Nice
Handoff right through the middle. Nice tackle.
Hey, coach, take one off.
The young man right there.
Yeah, number 26.
26 in the national. Might have been 16. Might have been Timothy Ming. But Collinwood Cobras. He had the blue helmet on. Yeah, that's who it was. 20. There is a 26 out there, John.
That's him.
Oh, here it is. Jermaine Agee. He's from the Collinwood Cobras. I'll tell you, a nice job. Wrap. Good tackle. But they pick up the yards they need. It's 1st down and 10 with 5:30 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Edward Flake on that carry, and here's the other player, the other back in the backfield. Julius Robinson. Westside Wolverines putting their stamp on this game early, Tim.
Yeah, that Julius Robinson, 7th leading scorer in the league. Runs track. We saw his speed. We saw his power.
Play before that, it was Edward Flake Jr., who's the 5th leading scorer in the league at 39 points from the Emoji Jaguars. So again, there's a lot of talent out here on this field that know how to score.
1st down and 10. They're on the 27. They have been moving the ball at will. And that line is just controlling the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're mauling them.
And he picked up about 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Yeah. Antonio Bolden on the carry right there, just a quarterback keeper. Something that we saw a lot of in the championship game. He's a playmaker.
Deshaunte Jones from the Glenville Elite Panthers on the tackle. They try to tackle these guys high, John. They're going to have a problem.
Yeah, yes, they are, Tim. This offensive line is not having it either. They've been really blocking.
We'll look to get outside. And there.
Oh, fumble. Went out of bounds. Yep, went out of bounds. That was close.
Yes, it was. And Deshaunte Jones and Darmian Gill, both of the Elite Panthers, were there from Glenville.
Yeah, he's still looking downfield, threat. Good job of corralling him and stripping that ball out of there. His number 7 was on the defensive side. Like you said, Deshaunte Fountain.
For 1st down and 10. They're at the 18-yard line, 17-yard line going in.
There he goes, around the right side. Wow. Great run. Number 44 right there. John Solomon. Again.
I don't know where the linebacker in the end is, but they're not there.
Yeah, they see something on that side, Tim. They have a advantage on a matchup. Tackle on tackle. Tight end on that side. And the Nationals want to talk about it. They don't want to get down too far in this game.
So it's going to be 1st down and goal from the 7. You're looking at Carl Brown, our head referee, and no better time than to talk about, yeah, we're past that stage of coming into the Thanksgiving season, and we're looking toward the winter months. What better time to talk about the hoops? It's basketball time at Cleveland Recreation Centers, boys and girls, ages 5 through 17. Again, you can sign up at your local recreation centers. Again, if you're looking for girls basketball, you're not sure and you need information, pick up the phone right now and call 664-2014. That's girls basketball, 664-2014. If it's boys basketball, pick up the phone right now and call 664-3535. John, our young Cleveland Cavaliers, playing with a lot of heart and a lot of enthusiasm. They're surprising some folks.
They will, Tim. They will. They're moving forward. They got a good coach in Beeline. So he's that teaching type of coach, always looking forward, teaching every day, and you got a young talented team. We'll see what they look like by the end of the season. We might be able to make it to the playoffs.
So 1st down and goal from the 7. The American that is in the blue, lead by 7, and the offense has been on a roll. They're going to go the other way. And I think they got away with a hold there, partner.
Yeah.
They definitely got away with a hold.
Tell you what, Julius Robinson, Westside Wolverines, he can move. He got good size.
Touchdown, Julius Robinson.
I'm going to tell you where you're going to see it right here. Now, this is Robinson.
Right there.
There's one hold. Now, look at this here. They
Yeah.
literally tackled the guy.
Right here, yeah. Look, they got hold of him.
Oh, my Lord.
It's double teamed him. Yeah, well, it's not a hold if you ain't get caught.
Yeah. They can say that. When they look at this, they go, yeah, it's old. And a lot of time officials take these all-star games an opportunity to just pretty much let them play and only call the obvious, but I thought that was definitely obvious. Now getting ready to kick the ball is number 4. Is that 14 from the American All-Stars? Devin Poole from Maple Heights. And we saw him kick one in the championship game.
You sure did, Tim. Went through with ease.
Kicking worth 2 points. That's why they're going to try to extend it to more than a 2-touchdown lead.
Wind is blowing across the field. Uh-oh. Oh, he was able to get it up. No good.
Yeah, they got that snap up high, and I think that threw him off. I thought it was almost nearly blocked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy who was the player that was trying to block it didn't know if he should put his hand down or what. They were fumbling with the football. It looked like it was low.
I'll tell you what, little things like snaps make a difference. You can see it here.
There it is, hits him right in the hand.
Low. He didn't get a good handle on it.
Right.
Oh, look at the hold.
And there it is, the defender. They tried to stay stopped.
Yeah.
But all you do is keep going through. You never would have got it up in the air.
So 13-0. American All-Stars with 3:41 to go here in the first quarter. Again, we would like you to know that we'll be selecting an outstanding player on offense and defense. And if you don't agree with them, I'll give you their name and number. You can give them a call. Mr. Ezra Stokes and Larry Wilcox are in here as our luxurious stat crew. And they have the challenge of picking an outstanding offense and an outstanding defensive player. And offense seems to be no problem with points.
Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult task today. I mean, especially if this American team just keeps scoring touchdowns with different people.
First down and 10, they pitch it. Look to go to the outside. He gets past them. He's down, and another first down for the Nationals. And you saw the speed right there. We've seen him before.
Yep. Again, it's Bryce West. He's got quite a history of Muni football. He's played in all-star games on other levels, so we're very familiar with it. And it's been a lot of fun to watch this young man grow up and mature to be the person that he is today, a fine athlete, a fine student, and just one of the crown jewels of Muni football, as all these kids are, all these players are. But this is an excellent job of getting outside and outrunning the defense.
So we got first down and 10. Again, temperature, folks, they tell me it feels now like 45 degrees. It's dropping. The wind has kept up, 23 miles per hour, but play has been hot.
Uh-oh.
From behind and a sack by number 18.
Yep. Good job there by number 18.
Antonio Bolden from the Maple Heights Saints. Defensive end.
Yeah, good job. Antonio, mostly known for his quarterback and his running the football, but showing his defensive skills on this play right here. Doing a good job. And the thing I like most about that tackle, Tim, is he didn't try to take a kill shot on him. He just wanted to get him down. He could have really put his face mask in his back and drove him into the ground and put a hurting on him, but good sportsmanship on just getting the man down.
And I know being a quarterback, you're probably, where was my left tackle at?
Yeah, number 34 right there, whipped on a block. And I believe it was Brandon Parker, the Sims Raiders. Didn't give his best effort there, but I'm sure he'll make up for it real soon.
Second down, we'll call it 17. They're on the 40. Carl Brown's going to step in and hold up everything for a second.
So he's sending him to the sideline. Maybe some unsportsmanlike conduct on the verbal. Coach will go talk to him and get his attitude right.
That's called preventive officiating. You know, we had Carl Brown, if you remember, John, a few weeks
mouthpieces.
ago.
He's looking at mouthpieces.
Oh. And
he's looking at mouthpieces.
my Lord.
Safety is first, folks.
So second down. Still 17. The pitch to the outside. He's got the speed. He's going to take it all the way down.
Good
inside
job.
the 45-yard line. It'll be third down, but it was Jamarian Banks of the Westside Wolverines with the hit.
Yeah. And he's a load too, Tim, but you know, number 52 for the Americans, Julius Robinson, he's no slouch either. See right here, collision, boom. Good job right there by both players.
So third down, we'll call it 4.
These guys play football, Tim. This is the best against the best.
And if I'm predicting, they're going to run this ball to the left, to the wide side of the field.
Oh, trouble with the snap. The timing's all off.
And of course they didn't, and they gained nothing. Fourth down and 4. And that play will bring us to the end of the first quarter, where it has been all American All-Stars 13, National All-Stars 0. We have fourth down and 4. You know they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, better believe it.
So they'll walk to the other end, and why they'll do that, we want to tell you folks, one of the best kept secrets in recreation is the hot meal program at all Cleveland recreation centers. Again, the hot meals are for anyone who is a student in school. So if you go to your local rec centers, usually between 3:30 and about 5 o'clock, those meals are there to get a chance to have a free hot meal at all Cleveland recreation centers Monday through Friday. And John, I look at these East 88th Street Browns. They are ready
Yeah, they are.
for that competition.
Got me bopping up and down, I tell you that. I'm in the spirit. It's a great event, Tim, for the young ladies, developing the character. Stephanie Dunn has done an excellent job along with her staff and along with the coaches in the cheerleading division to, develop these young ladies' talent, and a lot of fun. It's one of the brightest jewels that we have in Muni football, Tim, and a lot more people are recognizing it. And be on the lookout, folks. You're going to see a lot more of it.
So it'll be fourth down and 4. They'll go for it.
Okay, we'll see. They get this first down. There's a lot of pride here. Some bragging rights. American and National League.
I'll tell you right now, folks, keep an eye on number 2 White. Bryce West. He's in the tailback position. Now they split him out. Oh, Lordy Lord. What did they do now?
It's a direct snap. He's going to run the football. They just wanted to spread everybody.
And up through the middle, and they did, John. They did exactly what you ordered, John.
Yeah, Deshaunte Fountain is a load, and a very talented load at that. I mean, he already looks like a high school running back with his girth and his strength. And he does an excellent job of just finding the crease in the defensive line and getting upfield. All he needs is a first down, live to play, Another down.
That was 19. Marquise Davis from the George Monroe All-Stars and Devin Poole from the Maple Heights Saints on the stop. First down and 10. The Nationals making a statement here. We're going to move the football. Plenty of time to go here. 7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Oh, good pursuit on defense.
They are quick. They're attacking. And who else but Julius Robinson? He just loves playing in these All-Star games, doesn't he, John?
Yes, he does, Tim.
Every year.
And you can see why, folks. He's an all-star. Just a good job getting it to that football. Him and his teammates. Eric Cloud on that carry, the CMHA Renegades. George Washington Middle School, an 8th grader. So he's going on to high school. He was tied for number 5 in the league in scoring this year. His favorite player is Marshawn Lynch. Rams is his favorite team, and he's going to be an NFL player one day, too.
Second down, we're going to call it about 6.
Bryce West this time. Oh, broken play.
Nothing doing. Maybe a couple yards.
Yeah, a little penetration there on that defensive line of the American All-Stars just disrupted everything in the backfield. So you see right there, number 3, Demarion Witten just wanted to be safe and not turn the ball over and kept it.
Number 95, Roman Marks from George Monroe All-Stars. We got to talk to him, John. He's a Steelers fan. That can't happen no more.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm glad he plays music, because it sure ain't going to be the Steelers music.
Wonder how that happened. That'd be an interesting story.
Gonna play a little tune for him.
Yeah.
So third down. They're calling it about 8. I think it looks more like maybe 4. So here we go, third down. We'll give him benefit, it might be 5.
Yeah. Just announced Eric Cloud's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Eric.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Bryce West runs right into him.
And Antonio Bolden saw that coming a mile away.
Yes, he did. It's good defense.
Merit roll student over at his school.
Yep. See right here, Witten just turns and flicks it out to him. And just not a good block right there by number 4. Eric Cloud couldn't hold him off. He's bigger and taller than him. And just pretty much manhandled Cloud. Had a straight beeline to West. So this is third down.
Fourth down, 14. They need a huge play.
They got the horses to get it. Lions got to stay on their blocks. Clock is ticking.
Call in, get a good punch. Keep your feet moving. Call in. Keep it moving. Keep
Look
it
to
moving.
throw.
Keep it moving.
Gonna throw deep.
Good throw. Oh, he dropped it.
Nice coverage on the play, John.
Yeah, it was good coverage. If you call anything, it would have been offensive pass interference. Number 14 was trying to catch that ball. Jamari Townsend of CMHA Renegades, but he couldn't quite come up with it.
And Jean Telfain from the Westside Wolverines, that cornerback, he was right there in position, and he knocks that ball out of there.
Sure did, right there. He didn't need to jump. He just needed to get his hands on the football. I am very impressed with Witten's arm, Tim. We saw it in the championship game, and just taking a look at it here, he's going to be something special in the future.
So the American All-Stars will take it over on possessions. It'll be first down and 10 on the 39-yard line. Again, at halftime, we will have a very special guest from Neon one of the major sponsors of the Cleveland Muni Football League in the year of 100 years of Cleveland Muni football.
They're just a wonderful healthcare partner, Tim, and we've been happy with them in our relationship, and we look forward to many years in the future. Oh, it looks like they got a secret weapon out there, Tim. Trying to get his number. I think it's 16.
Carl Brown's having a talk with somebody out there.
Yeah, he's looking at the mouthpieces, Tim. Number 16 right there, Timothy Mean.
Come on, man.
He's getting him to put those shirts in.
You gotta cover
That's
his
that
shirt.
veteran
Put his shirt
official.
down. You can't have him uncovered.
Number 13.
Tell me officials do not do more than officiating here, John.
Yeah, they do.
They make them understand respect for the game.
On the next level, they have to be ready.
Now I know what Carl Brown meant a few weeks ago when he said he was in the skillet. So we got a stoppage in play. I have not seen the flag yet.
I see a coach out there.
I'm wondering if they're calling for substitution. It looks like I didn't see a timeout signal here.
I didn't either.
It looks like they're having a conference. Did you know if Joe Record called a conference with the officials and the players and didn't tell us?
No telling. No telling with that guy.
Yeah, with that guy, you don't know where to be
Yeah,
calling
exactly.
meetings at, you know?
Exactly.
I got to tease our league president once in a while, you know.
He's a great communicator.
Oh, yes, he is.
Any time of the day, though, any occasion, anywhere.
I learned from Joe, he took exactly what Joe Wise always did whenever he deals with us. I need you. I need you.
None of these kids don't have mouthpiece.
And I'm hearing on the mic that some of these guys show up without a mouthpiece.
Yeah, that's what we hear. That's what we hear.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Got to come to a game. You got your own mouthpiece, I would hope.
Can't play without it, Tim.
You got that right. And again at halftime, John will be chatting with our league director, Mr. Jason Dunn. I know he's looking forward to a wrap of a good season and a much needed rest. Immediately ran into
number 18 right there on the tackle.
Jamal Blevins from AWE Legends of Seminoles.
Yeah.
This man wants to be a doctor, John. Look at this guy. He wants to be a doctor.
He keeps playing like that. He'll be more than just a doctor.
You have that right. Again, a Browns and an Odell Beckham Jr. favorite.
Marquise Hall on the carry of the Westside Wolverines.
There's the Marion Sterling. He's an 8th grader. And again, and you're looking at these individuals that are playing this, none of them are in the 9th grade. These are all 8th graders.
Yeah, they may turn 14 during this season, Tim, but if they're in the 9th grade, they can't play muni football. We want those kids to be on that level, that high school level, and start their high school careers. These are just for 8th graders, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Oh, where's the ball? There it is.
Up in the air, and it's a turnover. He went right up and got it.
Yes, he did.
Oh, my.
Looked like it was some type of trick.
He's holding
play or
that thing
something.
like a trophy, baby. Number 20.
Another Glenville Panther. See right there, the ball, he just held on to it. And he's just walking with it. Now he's going to toss it back. trying to toss it back to the backfield. I don't know what kind of play that is. I don't even know if that's illegal.
Demarion Gill from the Glenville Elite Panthers, the 7th grader at Memorial. He just caught the biscuit.
Yeah, that. I always thought if it doesn't touch the hands of the quarterback, then it should be a false start. Should have been a penalty on that play on the snapper.
I don't understand this, John. Everybody just throwing the ball around, like giving it to everybody. It's a charitable day, I guess.
I guess so. But whatever it was, it didn't work. It ended up in the other team's hands. So they're going to have to rethink that play.
So 2:13 to go. 1st down and 10. Nationals trying to get into the end zone. They look to throw.
Good pass, good catch.
Crossing route.
Makes a good chance to score. Good block.
He's in.
Good job, 14.
14 with the block that sprung him, John. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, good job. Teamwork. That's a great job.
Touchdown, Nationals, number 5.
Yeah.
Rasheem McLaren from the Cobras. And they better give the assist to Jamari Townsend with the block.
Just a good job of eating up yardage there, Tim. Gets into the end zone. Good teamwork on that play.
13-6. They'll go for the extra point.
That's what they needed, though, Tim. They needed to score before the half so they can stay in this game. Because, again, I was going to be a track meet, and it looks like we're going to get more points on the board here. They need to get this extra point. They won't get it.
Nothing doing there. And it was Kalan Ravenna with the tackle, number 28.
Yeah, along with Edward Flakes, 17, junior, from the Moja Jaguars.
So 2:03 to go. You're looking at the Bantam All-Star game. And we'll take a look at this score one more time, John.
Yeah, just a good job, good pass right here by Witten. I love his arm, Tim. Accuracy, flicking the ball, just cutting the wind, getting it to his receiver, number 5 right there. Excellent job by Rasheem McLaren, Campus International, Collinwood Cobras. Excellent way to finish out your career. And you still got another half to go. Needed that extra point, though, Tim. They needed that. Nationals made one and they missed one. But now they got to get back in the end zone and try to tie this game up.
So 13-6. The American will take over the ball. 1st down and 10 at the 35 with 2:03 here to go in the half.
Okay, let's line them up. I believe you're going to see the American All-Stars try to get it in the end zone before this half is up. Try to take even more control of this game.
They got the time. They got the timeouts. And the way they've moved the ball, I agree with you, partner.
Yeah, they had the explosive players to get it done.
So the Nationals better be alert on defense.
Give him a good time.
Going to try to run it outside. And they're a whole host.
Wow. Too many linemen standing around. Too many linemen standing around.
Demarion Gill, another tackle today. The young man from the Glenville Elite Panthers. Second down, we'll call it about 16. They're actually 15. They're on the 30.
Yep. They had Michael Banks in there previously at quarterback. Now they've subbed him out. And we'll see who they have at quarterback on this play as the clock is running. Doesn't look like there's no sense of urgency, so I guess they just don't want to make a mistake, turn the ball over deep in their own territory. In the shotgun, you got the quarterback. He's going to pass it.
And he's going to throw deep.
Got a man. Oh.
And nice coverage by the defender. He stayed in position with him. He didn't come up. The young man from the Collinwood Cobras.
Double D.
Yeah,
That was Bryce West. Thought it was Bryce West. Oh, it's number 8.
Yeah, Marquise Hall lobbing that ball downfield, just giving his receiver a chance. Again, you have to keep running. The ball was just on his outstretched arm, just a little too far. But if you keep running and don't look back, that ball will land right in the breadbasket.
That was Deshaun Lewis that was back there on defense from the Collinwood Cobras.
Good job, Deshaun.
49 seconds to go, to the half. Third down and 15. We seem a little out of sync here.
I know they could be calling a play clock penalty, but they're going to let them get these plays off. Keeper.
To the outside, he's going to run hard, but there's a whole host there.
Yep, Julius Robinson trying that left side of the line of the American All-Stars, but they were waiting for him.
Again, Teron Thomas, Jamari Townsend. Nothing doing.
Got to get that ball on the outside. You don't want to turn it over. Got to get that ball on the outside.
Number 10, Caleb Moss, he was there. So 26 seconds to go. It's 4th down and 15. Now we have a timeout called.
Timeout called and a 4th down, Tim.
So what's that coach going to be telling them? We'll go in the huddle and hear what he has to say right here.
All I care about is protecting my outside. Because that's where they want to go. They about to punt.
No, I don't think they punt.
They better not. They finna
Not move. They might go too. Hey, watch the read. Watch the pass, though.
4th and 12.
Yeah, handwork.
Watch the pass.
Right here. He got one. My hands cold. My hands cold, too. This ain't doing
A lot of people talking in that.
Yeah, it is. But I heard some good advice. Watch that pass. These guys can't pass the football. Both teams can. So they really have to be disciplined. See, 16, Michael Banks is back in there at quarterback.
Julius Robinson's been a big workhorse for him. He's got 6 carries, 42 yards. You'd think they might want to try to get it in his hands, get him in the open area.
Also got number 11 in the backfield now. That's John Telfane. Westside Wolverines, and he's going up on the line now, wing back. Number 4 stays in the backfield, Marquise Hall.
26 seconds to go in the half. Officials showing a lot of patience with the All-Stars and getting them organized, make sure they're good. They only had the 3 practices, so they understand.
Line it up to punt. They are going to punt it.
Well, if they're going to punt, they can only rush from the outside, and that's what they're doing. And
Good
he
kick.
kicks it a good way down.
Oh, he missed it.
Now bounce. I
Oh,
don't
he
know if
touched
he
it.
touched it there
Touched
now.
it again. Oh, he
Picks
picked
it
it
up.
up. Uh-oh.
10.
Oh, they got the angle on him.
And he's brought down. And the clock did not start.
Saying it's an official runoff.
Offense, 26 seconds, offense.
It's a good job right there of him getting the ball, picking it up on that good bounce. But American All-Stars were beating in on him. They had the angle on him. He couldn't get there. He couldn't get that corner. But an excellent kick, though. Excellent kick.
So with 10 seconds to go, they'll get an opportunity here. Again at halftime, John Good will be with our league director, Jason Dunn. And John, you have to ask him, he's got to be the most grateful guy in the world with the Lord, because we sure had some great weather all season.
Yeah, we have had some great weather. He's made a deal with somebody. But for these games, for these All-Star games, it's just been a little wet, a little cold, a little chilly, a little windy. But hey, everything is that we've gotten is better than snow.
So first down, 10. They're going to run to the outside. They're going to throw
He's
deep.
open.
He's open.
Oh, my goodness.
I ran without the ball.
Wow.
That's what you just saw, folks.
McQuan Gravely right there had the ball right in his hands. I am so impressed with these quarterbacks, Tim.
They laid it right out there for him.
Yeah, they can't catch the ball, too. Demarion Witten, excellent pass, another excellent pass. And I bet he catches that ball all day long in practice. But when you get into the games, you got to be able to bring that in, McQuan.
And they're throwing with the wind, John. That's the other thing, it's to the back of them. So
Yeah,
I get it, why they're firing away.
they sure are.
At quarterback, number 3,
Remember that name.
Demarion Witten.
Remember that name.
Led the league in passing, 6 touchdowns. He's going to throw another one out there.
Oh,
And that'll bring us to the end of the first half. You've been watching Bantamweight All-Star action with the Cleveland Muni Football League. And again, John, we'll take a look at it one more time.
yeah, this is the scoring play by the American All-Stars. And rolls out, throws the football on the road. Just a tip by his own man, but great concentration right there by number 17, Edward Flake Jr. as he races right into the end zone and gets him on the board on the first play of the game, Tim. So we knew it was going to be a shootout when we saw that.
Well, earlier I had a chance to catch up with Kieran Butler from Neon about their sponsorship with the Muni Football League. And our very special guest, our main sponsor that has made a huge impact in the 2019 season with Cleveland Muni Football. Obviously, Karen Butler, Neon. I remember Karen Butler from the city.
City of Cleveland, right.
But health and everything has been always one of the
Yes.
big things with you. Let's talk a little bit about Neon and what was done this year.
Well, great. So we partnered with the Muni League, and we thought it was such an important thing to do, to focus upon the health of the kids, making sure that they have access to comprehensive services and making sure that they're safe and healthy when they're playing. So we were able to provide the physical examinations that the children needed in order to play. So it was a great partnership and a great way to connect with the Muni League.
And obviously, you're talking about how many kids we have in our league, and we're trying to get them to go and get their physicals, and
Yes.
some parents can't afford it, and they run into those issues. But the other part of this is, when I'm hearing Neon, I'm hearing it's more than just the physical part.
Yes.
You're looking at the whole child and saying, hey, here's where we can help and things that we can do.
Yes.
And there's several locations that you have throughout the city in Cleveland, Ohio. Can we talk a little bit about those locations?
Yes. So Neon has 7 locations throughout Greater Cleveland, and because of that, it makes us one of the largest federally qualified health centers or community health center networks in the entire Greater Cleveland area. And they're located in the neighborhoods, and that's very important because we want to be accessible. So we want to make sure that there are no transportation barriers, that cost is not an issue, and we are really about making sure that our children are healthy, that our families are healthy, and that our neighborhoods are healthy.
And how did it go the first year with the kids coming through?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Parents often brought them in. Sometimes the coaches brought the kids in, and our providers were eager to make sure that they got taken care of.
Well, first of all, as you can see, folks, Neon, again, they are a big sponsor of Cleveland Muni football. We appreciate everything you've done for this season. We look forward to the future and even doing more.
Thank you so much. It's our honor to be a part of this wonderful initiative.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the 2019 Bantamweight All-Star Game here at Collinwood Complex. John Good here with Jason Dunn, Vice President and Director of Football Operations. Jason, this 100th year of football in Cleveland Muni. Tell us how everything went.
Man, it was beautiful this year, John. 100 years of Muni football. And, I got a chance this year to meet a lot of people. A lot of people who was connected to Muni football who I had no idea who they were. Just because of the 100 years. We put it out there on social media. A lot of guys went to the website. So I was able to connect with a lot of the, the elder statesmen of the league. So it was quite interesting this year.
Well, we're talking to those elder statesmen. Do you remember any interesting stories, or how far back did those guys go?
You know what? I met one yesterday, and he played for the Luke Owen All-Stars. And I remember the Houghton All-Stars before the George Monroe All-Stars, and he played some 50 years ago.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of interesting stories, about playing against the Pile Sixes and the Pile Sevens, even back then.
Okay. Well, what a lot of people don't know is that back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, the Muni football teams were sponsored by one player from the Browns, which is how they got their names. So they would go to the team, go to the Browns, or the player would come out in the community, and he would say, hey, I would like to have my name on that team, and that's how it was born, and they had those nicknames. I played for the Leland Beverage Browns. We didn't have a player sponsor us, but in 1973 we won the championship. We beat Estabrook 6-0, and Don Cockcroft came to our banquet. And that's when I decided I wanted to be a football player. That was a great impact on me, and it'd be great for us to maybe bring that back. But talk about some of the contributions that we've gotten from some of our sponsors, like the Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Browns, they play a big part of what Muni football does. They're a visible presence out here during our flag football season, and they really backed us and supported that by donating jerseys and flag kits to all of our programs.
Talk a little bit more about the flag football program. Second year, right?
Yeah, third year.
Third year.
Okay. We've grown. First year we had about 100 kids that played flag football. We went into our second year last year where we had 200. This past spring we had 400 kids playing flag football.
Wow.
And if you look at the impact of our flag football program, we had our kids. Garden Valley Falcons, they ended up winning our flag championship, and then that right there ended up moving over to the tackle season where we won the tackle championship.
Well, you can see the progress in the passing games in the tackle football division, and you would attribute that to the flag football?
Yeah, most definitely. And then, you go out there during flag football season, and it's an opportunity to get kids who normally, wouldn't take an interest in football to get out there and get their feet wet, learn. And then for some of the experienced guys who play tackle, just go out there and hone their skills. Route running, techniques, how to get in and out of routes, defending receivers in the open field. So it's a great opportunity for our kids just to enhance their skill set.
One of the things that I enjoy about the flag football is all those things that you mentioned. Plus, it also gives the coaches, especially new coaches, an opportunity to learn how to coach football. That's the time of year when we are going through certification for coaches, and all of our coaches are certified by USA Football and by the state of Ohio through the concussion protocol. For them to be able to apply those things on the field and see what works and see what don't work, how to communicate and, tamper down their egos and give back to the kids. It's a wonderful sight, isn't it?
It's definitely a wonderful sight. And, I take my hats off to the coaches who was out there doing flag football, because all of those guys are also tackle coaches. So they've been actively involved with the kids since April.
Yeah.
And they're still out here today.
It's a long
still
time,
coaching.
isn't it?
It's a long season for them.
It is.
And these guys, they love what they do. It's just the ultimate sacrifice. And I can't thank these guys enough for what they do.
Growth in the league, the health of the league, the pulse of the league is good. Let's talk about how many teams we've grown from last year to this year.
We actually up 16 teams from last year. I think we had 60 teams last year, up to 76 this year. And like I said, when you look at bringing the unlimited play into Muni football, we're out there developing linemen now, where guys can kind of specialize at their position once they get, to the older level and just kind of play freely.
Yeah.
And that's been a big relief to the coaches, and that actually helped up our numbers, because kids that normally wouldn't have a chance to play football can now go out there and be part of the team. Whether this is something they seek to do long term or not, so they're getting the discipline, the dedication, the hard work, and all all the aspects of sports.
Right, and it also helps with wellness and nutrition for those big guys to get up off the couch, get out in front of those TVs and those video games, and come on out and be a part of it with their friends. They're not excluded. Well, Jason, thank you for joining us here today. I know you'll be sitting around, buzzing around, making sure everything is good. Keep up the good work, and it's wonderful working with you, partner.
Thanks a lot, John. And I want to mention one more thing. We actually put out our academic all-star teams this year for the Pee Wee and the Bantamweight division. So we'll have that posted on our website for everybody to go view, and that's www.cmfleague.org. So go there and check out our academic all-stars.
So moms and dads, aunts and uncles, cousins, go out there and bring up the website, check out that academic all-star list, and if your son or your nephew or your friend is not on it, help them out, okay? Because they got it in them, and we need to bring it out of them. Thanks a lot, Jason.
Thanks, John.
We'll be right back with the 2019 Bantamweight Division All-Star Game action right after this.
Hi, I'm Mayor Frank Jackson. You've probably seen media coverage of the growing opioid epidemic in northeastern Ohio. But what you might not know is how many of these tragedies begin with a seemingly innocent prescription for pain medication. That is why we're teaming with the Cuyahoga County Opiate Marketing Task Force to encourage you to know the risk. Go to the website on your screen to learn which pills are opiates and alternative ways of dealing with pain. Which starts as a prescription can end with addiction, so know the risk.
Open-minded people.
The spirit of innovation.
Passion.
Action. Rock and roll. Cleveland.
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 Cleveland. Cleveland.
We are Cleveland.
We are Cleveland!
Welcome back to Collinwood Field. You're watching the 2019 Muni Football Bantamweight All-Star Game. And our very special guest, my partner knows him well.
I do.
Jared, good. The brother to John, and also the head coach of the Benedictine Bengals. Coach, you seem like your kids have played well. They're on a roll here.
Yes, they are playing well. They're playing together. They love each other. They trust each other. And when you have that, you do great things.
The main concern I had was after last night is I wanted to know if you've dried out from that torrential downpour you played in.
Yeah.
But you have a back, that number 7, that Jalen.
Number 6, Jalen Edwards.
Oh my Lord! I saw him on highlights. That guy needs to go to Cleveland Municipal Stadium right now. We need him down with the Browns.
Well, Jalen is a Benedictine back. Jalen is a Benedictine back. He's carried the workload for us, and as a senior, he displayed that leadership that we look for and that you have on a successful team.
Now, this is your first year at Benedictine, am I correct?
It's my first year as the head coach.
First year as
my
head
second
coach.
year at Benedictine.
Has my partner in crime, has he been telling you what to do, or is he kind of just there to support? Or can
always there in support. No, we haven't gotten to the part where he's telling me what to do, but he's always there in support.
He's 8-1. I don't need to say much right now. You know, we lost to a Hoban team that, you know, is like a college team, but we'll see him again, and we'll be ready for him.
Well, it sounds like to me, first of all, tell me how it's gone the first year, and are your expectations, have they reached? Do you feel like you're on a roll and that we're making progress every week with this team?
Yes, and that's major. Progress every week. We say we want to go undefeated each week, but the thing that I am proudest of with these young men, they're good people. Good football is a byproduct of good people, and the quality of young men that we have at Benedictine reflects in our record.
You know, and obviously they talked at halftime, John, you talked with Jason about the all-academic team.
Yes.
Obviously, some of the kids are watching and say, you know, I might want to go to that school someday. Or what advice do you give to the young kid before he goes to high school and preparing for that next step to go to high school? What advice would you give to those young people?
Take a holistic approach. It's not just about your development as an athlete. That's one thing we do at Benedictine is we accept the whole child. We are a community, so that I don't just impress that upon the children, but more so the parents. These young men are developing. They're going to go through bumps and bruises in life, and as in an environment like Benedictine, the curve can be steep. But they're developing, and that's what we do. We develop young man mind, body, and spirit. So it's a holistic approach. Develop as a young man academically, develop as a young man physically, and develop as a young man spiritually.
And that's the best way to look at it too, because in our development, growing up and being men of Benedictine, talk about the family commitment to their son's career at Benedictine.
It is a major family commitment. Being a private school, you come from different areas, so families, it's not a situation where, it can be a situation where you got a student who can walk there in 4 minutes, or you have a student who has to drive there for 40 minutes. So it's a major family commitment. It's the sacrifices that we make athletically and academically, but it's an investment. We understand that it's an investment in your child's future and in his development.
What do you see out here today as far as talent?
The talent level at this age, the size is really what continues to throw me off. Some of these young men are the size of guys that I played with in high school, the speed that these young men have. But it being an all-star game, is talent all over the place. But it's great to get out and see the future of Benedictine as well as the rest of Northeast Ohio football.
Yeah, we have a lot of players contribute to a lot of programs, including your own.
Yes. Yes.
Just keep taking care of them.
Yes, and that's what we talk about at Benedictine, accepting the whole child, not just their athletic ability, the development that they need to, and as long as they are willing to be accountable for the things that they do and that they don't do, which is the environment that we have, an environment of accountability, then you'll develop. When you're accountable, you'll develop.
Obviously, anytime you use the word Benedictine in football, obviously the icon of Augie Basu. I'm sure you have some thoughts about that. He's been part of that tradition and always will be.
Yes. Yes, he is ingrained in the tradition of Benedictine football, and a lot of people say he is Benedictine football. He, along with Coach Rufus and Father Florian, and all our forefathers, Tony Russ, and all those coaches that taught us how to be men and echoed the things that my father talked about.
So when you guys were growing up together, and I'm going back when you were kids.
Yeah.
Did you see John's route and your route coming to this situation? I'm going to be a football coach. He's going to go to the NFL. Was that determined long when your father was raising you two?
I'll tell you what, John and I didn't grow up together.
No,
there's a 16-year age difference. So when I say that I was born into, a Benedictine, I really was. They were right two-a-days around the corner when I was born. My dad went over there and told him, hey, you got a brother. So I remember vaguely the state championship game that my brother Frank played in, and the original Baby Bengal. I ran around there, and I remember wanting to be there. I ran under the bleachers when they were wooden and all those good things, but I always knew I would be there, and we would always be a part of Benedictine.
You got an interception on the play here. And you're looking at the All-Stars, and that flag, I know what that's cause for.
He threw that flag.
That will drive a coach bananas.
Yes, it will.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
And I know, I'm looking at your assistant coach. He was a icon in Muni for years.
That's right.
And so I know he knows, dealing with a lot of the kids that leave our program and come there, the things and goals that we want. But I've heard so many good things about your first year and things you've accomplished. Not so much alone on the field. We see that every day when we look at the scores and how they play. But realistically, about teaching them life skills and values that are far more greater than a football
15
game.
yards.
Yes, many hands make light work. And what we're doing as a football program is a testament to everybody's effort and attitude. Our assistant coaches, our offensive coordinator, our Joe Prevest, Nana Benedictine, Mark Kobalinski, our offensive line coach, assistant head coach, Nana Benedictine, Brian Lacey, Dave Porter, myself, Nana Benedictine, Joaquin Good, our defensive coordinator. Surrounding them with Nana Benedictine, we say Nana Benedictine, mob makes mob. Who better to make Nana Benedictine than Nana Benedictine?
Well, John and I have always talked about it's so important that what we're doing now at the youth level, because, I keep telling John this and Joe all the time that they're going to be running the show.
Yep.
They're going to be the next ones running the show. And as you were raised and gone through the Benedictine process, you're now translating that. And it's so important that, and I know John and Joe Record have said to me numerous times where there's kids that have gone through our program and come back and thanked them 10 times over about teaching them more than just a game. And first of all, my sincere appreciation for what you've done for all those student athletes at your school and sending them in the right direction. And John, same to you. We've never been able to personally thank you, but here you are. You didn't have to be involved in this, but you put your mind to it. You made sure the kids learned some life lessons, and I know that deep down Joe has told me how appreciative he's had to have a person like John Good helping us along the way.
Well, that's much appreciated, Tim, but it just flows naturally and freely. We give back, and that's the only way that we can ensure that the future is bright and the future has a chance is by giving back and knowing the kids that we develop, so they know that they have someone to support them when they get to that spot where it gets tough, and we just give them a little push, and they move forward.
So, folks, again, our special guest, the head coach of the Benedictine Bengals, Jared Good. We want to thank you for coming by, and Coach, good luck.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. All hail.
And I'll keep John in the background. Tell him quit calling try to call into all the plays.
Hey, listen, keep calling it.
There he is, our head coach from Benedictine, stopping by and saying hello. Again, Jared Good off to a great start, 8-1. They look forward to postseason play. And we're at 4 minutes gone here in the third quarter. It's still 13-6.
Yep. Brought Coach Hardaway with him, too. Catch.
Nice catch. And brought down
again. All right.
By number 23 of the National All-Stars was Devon Welch. Catch was by number 17, Edward Flakes Jr. And again, a big pickup for the American All-Stars, who lead 13-6.
And again, at number 17, who caught the first touchdown pass off the deflection, showing good hands right there. You catch the ball in the hands, you assure yourself some success with. That's Edward Flakes Jr. And again, Tim, I'm just so impressed with the passing of both of these quarterbacks in this game. I mean, these high school coaches have got to be smiling from ear to ear and getting their sales pitches ready to talk to these young men, because you know how hard it is to find a quarterback in high school where you can move the ball evenly on the ground and through the air. These gentlemen have showed that they have the ability to be developed into some of the top passers in the Northeast Ohio.
And John, we would be remote, and we'll talk about it right after this play, is he's going to basically get back to the line of scrimmage, and he was brought down by number 26, Jermaine Agee. But it's not just about Benedictine. If you look at the Muni Football League, all year long, you've had coaches from all schools all over.
Yeah.
You know, and even the public schools, we saw Ted Ginn come through here the other day.
Yes.
You know, and again, they're talking to them about not just about football, but they're talking about life and the things they're doing and how important it is. So realistically, you know, you look at coaches and the coach theory is no longer a coach. It's so much more than that.
It sure is, Tim, especially on this level. And that's why we can't congratulate and we can't thank our coaches in this league enough. The way that they develop these kids physically and mentally to get them prepared for high school, it's amazing, you know, because a lot of them have some support from their families, but we have some that, you know, they need more, and the coaches fill in and give them more.
So here's a life lesson you're looking at right now. Damarian Gill comes up and makes a tackle. He's excited, he's happy, but in respect, the way he responded, it's disrespect to the opponent. And Carl Brown's talking to him about doing those things. That's so important not to do.
And I bet if he do it again, Tim, he'll be kicked out of the game.
You better believe it.
Disqualified. I'll put it in official terms. Uh-oh. They need a whole lot of people to bring him down.
You better believe it.
Julius Robinson once again.
Number 18 was on the tackle.
He's pumping it up now, Tim.
Here we are, Jamar Blevins.
Yeah, that's our doctor, right?
You better believe it.
Yeah. Dr. Jamar Blevins.
Just what the doctor ordered.
I like it. I like it.
So clock runs are coming with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. We are about a quarter away from the 2019 Cleveland Muni football season coming to an end. Looking at all-star action in the Bantam division.
Yep. Fourth down and they'll punt.
So the only ones that can charge here are from the outside. They cannot charge inside.
He got away with a good one the first time.
And he boomed it again.
There he did.
This is going to get a nice roll, and it'll go out. And it looks like they're going to mark it right at the 19-yard line. It'll be first down.
Another good kick there by number 4, Marquise Hall, Westside Wolverines, showing his diversity and skill set.
So they're getting lined up to go back out. No better time to let you know about free recreation programs to you, the citizens of Cleveland. We've talked a little bit about the lunch program, the basketball, but it's much more than that. There's aquatics, there's non-traditional programming, there's art programs, music lessons, a whole gamut of things that are free to you, the citizens of Cleveland. And we would hope that you would contact your local recreation center or go onto the City of Cleveland website and take a look at all the different programs that are taking place. Again, that City of Cleveland website is www.city.cleveland.oh.us. And just head to Public Works and Recreation, and they are all free to you, the citizens of Cleveland. If you're not familiar with that, you can pick up the phone right now and call 664-2570. We'd also like to take this time to thank the folks at TV20 for another great year of football action, where they've given the kids an opportunity to shine on their channel. Again, it's Spectrum 1020. We got AT&T, Universe, so much more. And every child that plays here today will receive a program with their names on it that they will have for the rest of their lives, showing their all-star.
Picked it up. That's a load right there.
Yeah, and he kept them feet moving. He picked up at least 7 more yards just moving the feet.
Yeah, that's a load. Deshante Fountain.
So Michael Blevins, he held on along with Marquise Davis. We'll see it here. He picks it up off the ground, John.
Yeah, there's a roller there. Not a very good snap, but he got the awareness to pick it up and move forward. Good job. I am so surprised that this national all-star team hasn't scored more points. I mean, they are loaded with Bryce West and Deshante Fountain, Demarion Witten. They are loaded.
Those little things that you see, and even on that play, number 10, Kelly Moss came up and threw a block 2-3 yards downfield that helped him.
Yeah. Keep the feet moving.
So that gives him first down.
Yeah, Eric Cloud again on the carry right there. He found a little crease right there. The toss is supposed to go outside, but he saw a little crease in there on the inside, cut it up inside like tight end position, and just got positive yards and a very manageable. Oh, he got the first down,
so that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter.
Okay.
And again, one more quarter to go. If you liked what you saw, folks, and you're interested, just like Jason Dunn told us at halftime, go to the website. It's www.cmfl.org. Again, that's ClevelandMuniFootballLeague.org. And again, they can tell you every community where the programs are at, how to sign up. It'll give you contact information. Obviously, the time to contact them is in springtime, as they'll start pre-planning for the 2020 season.
You want to contact us in February or March, because we have flag football in the springtime.
Absolutely.
So come on out and play with us. If you're not running track or playing baseball for your school, come on out and learn the game of football. It's a great initial way to get involved with the game, learn the terminology. And your fathers, hey, we encourage you to come out too. Spend some quality time with your sons, with your daughters. We have some girls who play too. And also meet some of the other coaches, some of the new fathers as well. And you all can learn together. It's a great way to spend time with your children.
We'd also like a special note of congratulations to our 2019 Bantamweight champion, the Glenville Elite Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
They put on quite a show a few weeks back.
I believe they can beat some freshman teams, Tim.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, look at that pass, Tim. Look at that pass.
In the air. Oh!
Amazing.
And they're all saying pass interference. You know where they get that from, John.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, come on now.
Yeah, quarterback always want pass interference. They want to complete every play. Demarion Witten, again, just launching a beautiful spiral. And again, if you just keep running down the field and don't turn to face the ball, you have a better chance of catching it.
I don't know if you realize, he threw that ball 50 yards in the air.
Yeah, that's a nice throw.
And it was almost right on the money. In fact, you know, if he had kept running a little harder, I think he would have had it.
Yeah, Devin Poole turned his face toward the ball, and that's a no-no. Every high school, every college, every pro coach would tell the receiver, do not turn and look at the ball. Keep running and just run underneath it. If the ball's not thrown far enough, you slow down, let the defensive back run up your back. It's an obvious pass interference.
So second down and 10. Try to run to the outside and nothing doing. They're there.
Wow.
The American defense. A whole host of those guys.
Yeah.
Starting with number 44, John Solomon. Number 10, DeMarcus Dean.
Yeah, you need a group of guys to bring down this kid right here, Bryce West. Couldn't get outside. He let him get outside. He could go bye-bye. So I would keep feeding him, trying to get him on those edges, Tim, and he'll make it. He'll make a big play. It's 3rd down and 8. So they need a big play by one of those explosive players right now. Got a rotation. Looks like they're splitting them out. And I believe they're going to run up the middle again. Nope, he's going to pass it. Oh.
They're going to call a penalty on that one.
Yep.
Pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, that's the first one today. We're going to take a look at it. I know, see Witten, he's surveying the field, always got his eyes down the field, sees his man short, and
he was there early. He was definitely there early.
I think he has his hand on his back too. He's got that left hand on his back.
Gonna finally hear from Carl Brown.
Pass interference. Defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Edward Flakes on that pass interference call. Edward Flakes Jr. There he is, the big guy. Just run right through that.
And finally knocked out of bounds by number 12.
Yeah, number 10 had him, Tim. Number 10 for the Americans had him, but couldn't hold on to him. DeMarcus Dean of Emoji Jaguars right here as he just slings the ball out into the flats to Mr. Fountain. Right there, he wrestled with him, but just too strong, too big. And they're able to force him out as he gets over the 50-yard line into national American territory.
Wow. Big, strong kid.
Yeah, he's a load, Tim. That's another coach, high school coach, would be happy to have this kid on his staff. Again, a Melrose student, citizen. He runs track, plays basketball.
He's got a big hole.
Yes, he does.
20. And he'll run out of bounds.
And he's got the mentality of a quarterback. He knows how to get out of bounds.
They are on the move.
Pinnacle Academy, 8th grader. Honor roll, basketball, baseball. He does it all. His favorite player is Lamar Jackson, and you can see why, folks.
He's got that Lamar Jackson body and length and arm.
Yes, he does. He really does, Tim.
You're looking at the National All-Stars who trail 13-6. They're trying to come in here and put it on the board.
Uh-oh, drop play. Oh, my goodness. Ran another one over. Wow.
Jamarian Banks, that poor cornerback, he's catching hell over there.
Yeah.
Everybody else missing the tackle.
Hey, he's like, hey, get him before he come back here. You know? See right here, he gets it, he breaks line of scrimmage 52 right there. He's able to run through him and run through 28. 12 was able to push him out. Jamarian Banks, at number 28, couldn't quite corral him. I'm surprised that number 52, Julius Robinson, he's a hard hitter that he couldn't bring him down, but he kind of surprised him at the distance, with the short distance he was from him after he came out for block. He spent around and surprised him.
First down and goal, they're on the 8.
All right, we're about to hear some pads cracking now. Let's take a look at this.
Touchdown puts him within a point.
Yep. Let's take a look at this this national offensive line. Off the ball late. Off the ball late. Uh-oh, all wide open. Touchdown! Bryce West. B. West. Oh, my.
Touchdown, National Conference, Bryce West.
That's that champion pedigree we're looking at.
It sure is. The offensive line didn't get off the ball in time. Just a typewriter type of snap. Could have easily been called procedure, illegal procedure. But the ball, and there's 18 right there, not able to corral Mr. Witten.
So this is 13-12.
Antonio Bolden couldn't get him.
Question is, partner, do they go to kick it? Because we know they can kick it and take the lead, or they go to tie here?
I would go to tie. I would go to tie because kicking, windy.
Okay, here we go. You're right, partner. They would have been going against the win on the kick.
Yep. Oh, my goodness. Offensive line.
Fumble.
Offensive line. Where are you?
Oh, my. A lot of time left, though. 6:11 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, they need a 3-and-out right here.
So there's your score. The American All-Stars 13, the National All-Stars 12. We are in the fourth quarter. It's 13-12. We got 6:11 to go in the ball game.
American Conference, first down.
Well, partner, we said this could be one of those that would be exciting to watch. It's taken the offense a little bit to get going, but they're right now moving the ball on both sides.
Yeah, they played some pretty good defense for the most part, but it's actually been just lack of execution. Only 3-4 practices contributes to that. But as you can see, they have this talent and the game breakers to get in the end zone. We're seeing some wonderful offensive talent here today. These last 6 minutes, 11 seconds is going to be very exciting. Right here, the Nationals have got to get a 3-and-out so they can get the football back and put the ball in the hands of Deshaunte Fountain and Mr. Witten and Mr. West, Mr. Cloud. They got to get those guys the ball. Perry Austin, Deshaun Lewis, so that they can get into the end zone.
So first down and 10. You're looking at all-star action, the Bantam, the top division. No weight limit, 1-point ball game.
All right, got Mr. Banks.
And they got the
there.
biggest guy out there playing quarterback. And here they go. By the time they cleared the dust, it was enough yards for another first down.
Excellent job here by Michael Banks with the magician-like handoffs. Just great play fake right there. Oh, I'm sorry. Gave him the ball. Gave him the ball on the reverse. They come all the way back the other way. Misdirection. Testing the discipline of the defense and doing a very good job of escorting him down the field is Julius Robinson, as Marquise Hall follows his teammate for a big play.
So first down and 10. 5.5 temperature. We just got hit, I think, with a penalty by our head referee. And we'll go to our head official, see what he has to say. Illegal substitution.
Yep, 12 men participated in the play, 15-yard penalty.
Yep, they participated in the huddle. You can't break the huddle with 12 players.
I get you. Now, he's saying he participated in the play, John.
Oh.
So now that's a big one. That's, 15
the last
yards.
play. That's the last play. Was that the last play or?
That's the only thing I can figure. We haven't run a play yet. Oh no, he corrected it right here, 5 yards. That's what I thought.
All right. So
they didn't play the play yet.
yeah,
that makes.
They call it
sense.
illegal participation sometimes, but yeah, too many men in the huddle. You can't break the huddle with 12 players. It's illegal participation.
First down, 15. Trying to run out, nothing doing. They're going to lose some yards.
That's defense right there. Yeah, number 44, John Salamane. Gunny Park Gators on that run. Nowhere to go. Did he get out of bounds or there's a penalty? Wow. Wow. That's a big play right there. Big penalty there, Tim.
You better believe it.
So it'll be first down again and a short 2.
I'll tell you what. Now you're talking about first down and 2 when they were way behind the sticks.
Nationals need a big stop. These 3 downs. They can't afford to let them penetrate anymore. They need that ball back.
So 5:20 to go. The American lined up. Hand off, and he's going to pick up the 2 yards. And it is a first down.
Yeah, this gentleman, he just runs so violently, Tim. You know, Julius Robinson.
Here, man. Savion is the one that came up and made the tackle right there. He's got to grab him. Savion Holman, Southside Seahawks, engineer.
Yeah, there you go.
So first down and 10. The clock now becomes the friend of the American All-Stars who have the ball.
Beat him, Julie, slow.
First and 10, here we go.
Disrupt that.
Got him in the backfield.
Yes, they did.
Wow, he's gonna go down easy either.
No.
That's Marquise Davis, leading scorer in the league. George Monroe All-Stars. Couldn't get loose.
So here we are, second down. He lost about 4 yards on that, so it's second and 14. The ball's on the 42-yard line. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Clock's running.
Yeah, this is where offense and defensive line play is so important. This time of the game, 3:50 remaining. And now one of these offensive defensive lines has got to impose their will on each other. We'll see who wins this down.
That's right, John. We just look at the line of play, and you can tell right from there.
Oh,
fumble!
Out of bounds, clock stops.
That was Julius Robinson again with the ball. Here's the little man. He did a nice job there.
Yeah. That was just quick penetration. He didn't really have a chance to do anything. But good job right there by Robinson picking the loose ball up.
At number 16, Michael Banks, quarterback safety for the Elite Buckeyes, Ohio. Honor roll student at his school. Plays with a lot of heart. So now third down and 10. We got a timeout on the field. We want to remind you folks to stay tuned to TV20 next week, as we'll be headed over to the 2019 Cheerleading Showcase Day. Again, it's something to see. It's a packed house every year. Grandparents, aunts, uncles all come out to see the young ladies perform on center stage. Sometimes, John, I think the judges have it rougher than the referees.
You know what, Tim? For a single event, I think you're right. I think you are absolutely right. There's a lot of talent over there, and
I wouldn't want no part of that.
No, it is close. I mean,
wide open. Got an opening. Headed
got
for
the first down.
First down.
Wow.
He runs out of bounds, but more importantly, another first down.
Yes, it is. Good job of reading the defense. Number 4, Marquise Hall. Didn't see anybody open. Just ran to an open spot.
He got caught going inside, partner.
Yeah, Bryce West was trying to catch him.
How many times did you tell, I can remember in my days, how many times you said that defensive end box? Stay right here. He's coming to you.
Yeah.
How tempting it is to go in.
It is. It is very tempting. You got to have great discipline. Keep that outside arm free and force everybody back inside. Oh!
Not in my hands. Oh my!
I don't understand why these players jump before they get the ball. This one jumped and wrenched his knee or something. You don't need to jump. All that does is throw your concentration off and throws your balance off. Right here. Oh, I see what he did. He overextended himself and dragged his knees. Oh, right there.
Yeah, second down and 10. Are you surprised at the throwing right now by the American All-Stars?
I am. They have some great running backs, some talented ball carriers. I am surprised to see him throw the football, but that was a high percentage throw, and Jamarion Banks should have been able to pull that one in. I mean, at least reward your quarterback. He got creamed on that play. Gee, that was all for nothing. Right.
Second down, we'll call it 10. 4:06. Again, looking to throw to the outside. And again to number 52.
He rolled over on his arm.
Yes, he did.
He hurt his arm. This is a player that plays real hard. Like it might be his clavicle.
That was Julius Robinson. And I kind of was looking for this play where they were going to swing it out to him and put it in his hands. But now, I think you're right, partner. He rolled right over.
Yeah, it felt kind of awkward. That's why they need to pull it out. Stinging. Oh, he's okay. He got up on it. Yeah.
He's trying to get, he looks good.
It's almost like a screenplay, but it's just a flare, long handoff pretty much. See right here when he goes down, bam, right there, it fell on his shoulder. And we all know that Big Deshaunte Fountain is a big guy. So when he lands on you, that's a load.
Better believe it.
Yeah.
14, 7, 21. All of them over there for the Nationals. That's Jamari Thompson.
Robinson is a tough kid, so you don't need more than that to slow him down.
Deshaunte Jones.
Okay, here we go. A little less than 4 minutes to play.
First and 10. We need to make a stop here.
Quarterback keeper. This is a chance to turnovers. They're throwing the ball. Wow. I'm surprised to see this. Stopping the clock, throwing the ball. No penalties, though. Oh, no penalty.
Well, they say all-star games are meant to be have a lot of fun and do some of those things. Threw it off his back foot. Everything fundamentally wrong he could do on that play, he did it.
Almost interception there. 21 was the closest one to the ball for the national team.
Marquise Hall, second leading scorer in the league, scored earlier with a touchdown pass. Tossing that. He's a Merit Roll student at Harvey Rice.
By the pass.
Wide open.
Man.
Wide open, John. Wide open.
Wow.
To number 18, Antonio Bolden.
Yep. Yeah, we saw Mr. Bolden in the All-Star game. He's a heck of a player. Heck of an all-around player. Offense and defense. Showing his soft hands right here. You can see the defensive back. He's just playing zone right there, Tim, and he lets a man get behind him and falls down, trying to get to the ball.
So 19-12. That's a big score, but this point here is huge. If they can put this point on the board, it could almost seal the deal.
It sure can. That was David McMillan on the defense on that touchdown pass. AWE legends.
Uh-oh. A lot of laundry.
Defense outside. Oh, looks like the offense is walking back.
Dead ball. False start. 5 yards. Repeat to try.
On that line, you got Bertlin Lloyd, 71. Isaiah Allen for the American All-Stars. Those guys have been doing yeoman's work today.
So the try for extra point will be 5 yards back, but it's a big point. Here I would anticipate they'll throw the ball, Jim. I would.
Yes, I believe you're right, Tim. Number 95, Roman Marks. These guys have had a good game today, paving the way for the skilled players of the American All-Stars. They played every play.
Well, let's take a look at it, the score, John. And again, as you mentioned, the defensive back fell down here on the play.
Yeah, but good job by the quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, seeing his man break open, and in the zone, you got to stay deeper as the deepest man. He let Antonio get behind him, and you know, Mr. Bolden is a player.
Well, I can tell Mr. Bolden right now that the guy catching a ball like that is not going to happen very often, where you're going to be that wide open.
Exactly.
You know,
that's true. That's true.
They balance out because, you know, every day you watch a football game, you see somebody come up with a great play.
Yeah, after a blown coverage.
Better believe it.
There he is, 51, Joshua Fine, another one who's been blocking well today. Okay, they're going for the 2 points.
Now they're going to kick it. Oh, my Lord.
Okay, now let's see if they can get the process right. Snap, hold, kick. Snap, hold, kick. Uh-oh. No good. Good try. So the Nationals have a chance to tie this game.
Yes, they do. I'm not surprised because that young man's been hitting them all season long. The wind was to his back. It seemed to be the right call. So it'll be first down and 10 with 3:42 to go in the ball game. 19-12 is your score. The American All-Stars in the blue lead 19-12. You're looking at the National All-Stars. And there's your American All-Stars. Again, we would like to take this opportunity to thank all the coaches, not just here at All-Star Weekend, but all season long, that gave their time in helping develop young men and doing the right thing. All the parent supports, the team moms. I think the cheerleading coaches, they deserve a big plug because they're tough. Handling the girls with the cheerleading, that's a tough job.
That sure is. We got quite a few players, Tim, that have an opportunity to come back next year and play in this game. I see quite a few 7th graders on this list. Jerrion Church, American, Marquise Davis, Devin Poole, Jaden Woods, Vincent Walker. All those guys got a chance to be a Bantam All-Star player again next year. And we wish them luck.
First down and 10.
Ball's on the ground.
No run. And nothing doing there.
All right,
on the
go.
tackle, number 4.
Got to have a sense of urgency here.
That's Eric Cloud.
Yep, you can see right here.
Correction, that 4 was...
yeah, Witten's getting the snap and a little bit of a mix-up. Just good pursuit right there by number 4, Marquise Hall.
My spotter went to sleep on me.
And Bolden. And Bolden on there on that tackle.
I ain't gonna mention nobody's name. But when he was pointing to the white team was making the tackle, I said, wait a minute. Second down, 14, clock runs.
Quick high percentage passes. That's what, right there. Just throw it right there. High percentage pass. Put in your ball. There you go. Put it in your maker's hand. There you go. High percentage passes. High percentage passes.
And a big gain, a first down, and they'll start on the 47-yard line as Otis Moore came up and knocked him out of bounds on the play.
Yep.
That's the first time we've called his name all day.
Yep. Witten the Fountain. It's been a successful combination all day long. Witten the Fountain. Witten the Fountain. And watch the big man rumble. Able to stop the clock. 2:35 left to go in the game. Oh, my goodness.
And he got hit as he threw the ball.
Yes, he did. That's why it was fluttering up in the air, Tim. I want to say he got hit by Bolden.
Folks, they're over there taking a look at them. Why they do that? We'll take a break and be back with the final 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the Bantamweight All-Star Game.
Need food? We can help. The Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Benefits Outreach Department works within the community to help individuals locate food and apply for SNAP and other public benefits. Weekdays, our help center accepts phone calls from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and walk-ins from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 216-738-2067 or stop in our facility at 15500 South Waterloo Road. Our benefits outreach counselors are out in the community every day assisting with benefit enrollment and connecting the community to vital resources. Keep your eye out for our food truck, providing free, fresh produce and SNAP enrollment in the community. For more information, visit www.greaterclevelandfoodbank.org/gethelp.
Welcome back to Collinwood Field. With 2:29 clocks running, the young man turned out to be okay. And as the ball rolls because of our 23-mile-per-hour wind, and we're put in play. It's first down and 10. Nationals in white, they trail. They need a touchdown. They're going to throw deep. He's open. Oh, so close.
This fountain is a heck of
a so close.
He is an athlete, this fountain kid. I tell you, he sees a man wide open and he airs it out, and he just didn't turn the right way. Yeah.
Right on my fingertips. One more step.
That's it. That's all he needed was one more step as he tried to hit number 8, Deshaun Lewis. Tied for 9th in the league in scoring, so he's no stranger to the end zone.
That was Deshaunte Jones from the Glenville Elite Panthers.
But with arm strength like this and accuracy, the coaches would help the players out a little bit more if they just throw high percentage passes, just short slants, stops. I just don't see him doing those types of things, and that would help him out a lot, I tell you. He's got a man open in the flat right there. Look at him go, Tim. He's just a monster. He's just a monster.
A first down, 156.
No penalties.
Stops. We got a penalty and we got a hold.
Here we go. Yep, right there, number 13. It was held. I mean, he was almost tackled, and he really didn't need to do that, Tim. That's the sad part about it.
Number 27, 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
Called it on number 27.
Yeah, we can see that replay again. Yes. You can see the hold right there, Tim.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He didn't hold. He grabbed and held on for dear life.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I don't think he really needed the hold. I really.
Yeah, he was by him already.
Yeah.
He didn't need that.
Mm-hmm. And that's just not moving your feet. I believe that was number 27 on that hold. You got to move your feet, big fella. Put yourself in position.
So from a first down to a third down and 20, clock now runs. They need a big play right here.
Yes, they do. They lost their starting quarterback, and there we go. Bowden looked like he jumped. He came too early. But believe me, as long as Deshaunte Fountain is on this field,
Dead
along
ball,
with West.
encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
They are not out of this.
So it'll be third down and 15. Correction, third down and 18. Thought we had more than that 20 before. Okay, here we go. 1:35 clock runs. They're
There it
swing
is.
it out.
Another high percentage pass. There he is. Oh!
I passed one.
You got past him. Oh.
Stepped out
Wow.
of bounds.
That was close. He almost made it through there. Again, another high percentage pass. If he didn't have to wait for that, he might have been able to get out of there clean. Number 28 was just able to push him out of bounds before he could get the first down. And that would be...
I think this is fourth down, John, and he needs about...
This is fourth down. This is the ball game.
He's going to need 8 yards here to keep this thing going.
Yep.
Big play.
Well, they got the horses to do it, I tell you. It just depends on the play call and the execution. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a quarterback keeper to this wide side of the field right here. He's got 2 blockers out here and wide receivers. They should just be running and stalking him. He's going for it, trying to get Price. Oh! Offensive line's got a block.
And that didn't happen there.
No, he didn't have any time to throw the football. Biggest down, the offensive line has got to dig deep, and they've got to get a hat on a hat. That's immediate pressure right there from 19. When you see offensive linemen chasing, standing around, that's not good.
That was number 19 from the American. And that was Marquise Davis.
Yeah.
Who is also the league leading scorer in our league.
Mm-hmm.
He likes the Patriots. And Odell Beckham. He goes to Ramad.
He made the play of the game right there.
Yeah, honor roll student at his school too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So the Americans just can pretty much take a knee. Depending on how many.
Oh, they'll never do that. That wouldn't be.
Pretty much take a knee depending on how many.
You think they would run it, but I think they're going to end up throwing it just to throw it.
Timeout.
Wow. So, partner, with 1:18 to go, we've had quite a year here with Muni football and all these championship and all-star games.
Yes, we have, Tim, and it's been a real pleasure, I tell you.
Every time we do these year after year, it seems like they just never cease to amaze us. And Jason Dunn will be down on the field after the game for outstanding players, see who they picked. Again, one thing about the Cleveland Muni Football League, folks, it's a great opportunity, and John mentioned it starts with spring with their flag football program.
Yeah, come on out.
And it's they have their website. Right now, the temperature, according to one of the coaches, I just got word back up, it dropped another 5 degrees. He's feeling it in his toes. And that's a good barometer. If you can feel it in your toes, you know it's dropping.
Yeah, it's dropping. It's dropping. That wind is still blowing pretty hard, too.
So here we go. First down and 10. They got the lead. They got the ball. And no, they wouldn't call this. False start on the offense.
Okay.
Dead ball, false start. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
I also like to take the time, Tim, to send our condolences as a league and as a staff and as coaches and parents from the Muni Football League to the family of Rob J., who helped build the Glenville program in that area. Helped a lot of young men fight the temptations of the streets and got them involved in football and onto a more productive life. May he rest in peace.
Looking to throw over the middle.
No, we saw it, 17. It was a bounce pass.
Well, partner, I can tell you this. Whoever's coaching this team, if there was a school looking for a coach and he's seen him throw the ball here, I think he just took his name off the list.
Yeah. You should just be running the football, maybe getting one of those guys.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, getting one of those guys a chance to carry the ball that maybe haven't gotten any carries today. Get him an all-star experience.
Don't show it, E! Don't show it! Shoot!
Throwing it again. They're going to run it. And got tackled by everybody.
So now the defense calls a timeout. We're at 101.
That was Andrew Cole on that carry for the American All-Stars. His dad was a Muni football player. I remember him very clearly. He went to school with my sons at Benedictine. Who is now little Andrew is a 8th grader at St. Adelbert. He plays for the Moser Jaguars, 5th leading, passing with 3 TDs. So he's got an arm on him. He's an athlete. He runs track. He plays baseball. He plays basketball. And he's at honor rolls, too.
Everybody get ready.
Cleveland Browns is his favorite team, and Tom Brady is his favorite player. And Tim, he wants to be a Major League Baseball player.
Hey, I said go for it. No, John, if you look at these salaries today, you know, Major League Baseball is probably the biggest paying sport of all 3 major sports now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's of the big 3, they are the highest paid sport. We wish Mr. Cole well.
I just don't understand how these sports teams are going to keep being able to survive with the rates they're paying.
There's a lot of revenue avenues out there for them, Tim. They don't even talk about.
I'm sure there are. Because I tell you, when I add it up, it don't add up. So you know they're getting money somewhere. And I know the media,
commercials.
Yeah, commercials and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So 40 seconds, clock runs. Were they going to snap it one more time? So,
wholesale changes, getting everybody in the game for another play. Come on, you need 12. You need 11. Let's go. Line it up.
Clock's supposed to be running.
Oh, man. Hey, the clock been running. Hey.
They're complaining the clock's running, but the
They're all
referee,
standing there, they know.
The referee ran the clock. Yep.
Well, folks, that brings us to the end of the Bantam All-Star Game. But we will be right back, and Jason Dunn will be on the field for the post-game ceremony right after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Mayor Frank Jackson. You've probably seen media coverage of the growing opioid epidemic in northeastern Ohio. But what you might not know is how many of these tragedies begin with a seemingly innocent prescription for pain medication. That is why we're teaming with the Cuyahoga County Opiate Marketing Task Force to encourage you to know the risk. Go to the website on your screen to learn which pills are opiates and alternative ways of dealing with pain. Which starts as a prescription can end with addiction, so know the risk.
This is Jason Dunn, Director of the Cleveland Community Football League. I am now down on the field at the conclusion of the 2019 Bantamweight All-Star Game. I'm on the field right now joined by the head coaches of both squads, and I'm gonna now talk with the head coach of the of the National All-Star Team, Coach Jamal of the Southside Seahawks. Coach, we had a pretty good game today. we want to talk about what it took to get the kids together in such a short time, dealing with all the talent. I know it's challenging. You got a lot of skilled players, a lot of linemen. You got a short period of time to learn these kids and put them in position. So let's kind of talk about your experience dealing with this group of kids.
Right. It was all on the kids. They worked hard. They came together as a team in a real short period of time, all for the love of the game. They all respect each other, so we had good practices coming forward, so which led to a good game today.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Coach. Now I'm joined by Coach Mook. All right, it's Coach Raymond of the Westside Wolverines, the head coach of the American team, that pulled out a close victory today in the All-Star game. And just like Coach Jamal, yourself, like I said, dealing with a short week, just trying to mesh everything and gel everything together. And let's talk about your experience working with the group you had.
First off, I'd like to thank the Cleveland Community League for giving me the opportunity. Like he said, there's a lot of talent out there, so mostly they all knew what they was doing, and it really just came together easy for real.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. So I want to thank both of you gentlemen for stepping up to the plate, coaching this fine group of young men. Their next step is high school now. We have a few returning. So right now we're going to bring up our specialty players from today's game. First, this is going to be our defensive MVP of the game. Kid had 4 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, and also had an interception. Number 20 for the Glenville Elite Panthers, Demarion Gill. Step over here, Mr. Gill. Hey, what a way. You went out there and had a pretty dominant performance today. Seeing you flying all over the field, making plays. They had some tough backs to bring down, and you seem to be flying over, making plays and making tackles. Would you like to thank anybody today?
I want to thank my team and my dad.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot. So you are the recipient of the 2019 Bantamweight Division Defensive Player of the Game for your outstanding performance. We're now going to present our 2019 Offensive Outstanding Player of the Game. And this kid's stat line was 4 rushes for 23 yards, 113 yards passing, and an additional 2 touchdowns. Number 4, the Westside Wolverines, Marquise Hall. Mr. Hall. Man, a star among stars today. You really went out there and put a complete game together on offense. You also did a pretty good job on defense down there tracking down those fast receivers. So to be going both ways and still had the energy to do what you did on offense, how did you pull it together? You don't know? Well, I'm pretty sure you've been training hard since the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah, practice.
Okay, would you like to thank anybody?
My mom, my teammates, and my coaches.
Well, Mr. Marquise Hall, you are the 2019 Offensive Outstanding Player of the Game. Now, I have one more specialty award to give out while we're in the Bantamweight Division. This year, we honor one of our outstanding coaches in the Bantamweight Division with the Bantamweight Division Coach of the Year, Mr. Kelvin Spates of the Glenville Elite Panthers. Man, Mr. Spates, 20-0 over the past 2 years. Man, that's a pretty impressive record to run off 20 straight wins in the Cleveland Community Football League with all the talent that's out there in the Bantamweight Division. And to do that, I mean, how you guys pulling off 20 wins, man?
I don't know, man. This is one of the toughest leagues and maybe the best league in the nation. It's a privilege, and I'm honored to win this award today.
And when we look at this award, it's not even about, the 20 wins, but that's an outstanding feat to rip off 20 straight wins in the Muni League. We look at the dedication of yourself, being a leader, and then looking at, the commitment you got from your coaching staff, your parents, and you have a community behind you that really supports you guys.
Yeah, I like to just say, I'd like to thank my coaches. Without them guys, wouldn't be possible to have this done today.
So on behalf of the Cleveland Community Football League, I'd like to present Coach Kelvin Spates with the 2019 Bantamweight Division Coach of the Year. Thanks a lot, Coach. So we've come to the end of a fine football season, and I'd like to give thanks to the entire Cleveland community, all of our supporters, volunteer coaches, and parents. Thanks a lot for a memorable 100 years. I'm going to throw it back up to you, Tim.
Well, John, it couldn't end a better way with obviously some great all-star action, championship action that we've been privileged to see this year on TV20, and they surely did not disappoint us.
No, they didn't, Tim. And to go out with this senior group, I'm looking forward to seeing and watching some of these guys play for a long time. I saw a lot of great talent out there, a lot of great competitiveness. And again, I'd be remiss not to mention the number of honor roll and merit roll students up and down these two rosters. That gives us a good feeling about our future in our Muni community.
Well, obviously, it's been a great ride. But before we leave, we want to take a look at some of the plays and some of the faces that were part of the 2019 Bantamweight All-Star Game. So for John Good, I'm Tim Wells. Good night, everyone.
Good night.